Alright, what's going on, family? Today is April 22nd, so I'm about to do a house update or whatever. Y'all know every once in a while I like to keep y'all updated on the current situation of my household and what's going on in the house. So I don't know the last time I did this, but the current situation and what I'm focused on now is mainly is getting my medical records. As y'all know, I went to the ER. I released a couple podcasts that, what's going on with my children's mother sexually around here and stuff that was concerning. So I don't know where's the last time I left off in the last update. But so I'll just take you back to what actually frightened me and when stuff switched up, because I'm pretty sure the last update I said I was keeping stuff in order as far as detention in the house and stuff like that, whereas though nothing really was happening too much. It was detention. I was keeping it calm. I was ignoring a lot of stuff. I was bottling a lot of stuff up, and that actually might have ended up causing a little burnout. Hold on a little bit. Let me turn this down a little bit. I don't know how much it's interfering, but I intend to do this. I'm doing this for certain purposes or whatever. But so anyway, so just to take y'all back, so y'all know I started leaving out of the house with my children's mother to make sure she wasn't being threatened, because I felt as though, okay, I know she's working for these people and working with these people. They're literally controlling when a call come through, or at least when she act like a call is coming through and stuff like that, or when she can make a call. I think she's able to do that on her free will. Anyway, whatever the situation is, when I get up and move certain positions, she respond in different ways. Her actions respond, or she end up taking phone calls and stuff like that. Anyway, because it's way more than that of how I know, so I don't even know why I got into explaining that little bit. But this is what goes on. So anyway, so now I'm going outside of the house with her to make sure they're not threatening her. Because one thing that was like, Rashim, don't let your pride and ego get in the way of protecting her and your children. Okay, she might be working with them, but are they threatening her? As y'all see from the other podcasts, and we are going to revisit those podcasts, and I'm going to commentate over them. So just to let y'all know exactly where I'm at in my mind frame in these situations, y'all. So like, I'm like, let me make sure, let me go with her, because when she's taking my children to school and everything, they could be threatening her. Now, at the beginning, when this stuff first started happening, these people would literally act like they was, well, not even act like, they would almost cause car accidents and stuff like that. They would literally speed in front of a car before, when we at the gas station, all kind of stuff. So I seen that they been using like certain little fear tactics and stuff like that, and I'm like, hold on, let me get back in front of this thing and let me make sure at least she's being secure. So I forget the date, but we got the dates in the podcast and everything, plus I already exposed this, so I'm going everywhere with her, y'all, and I'm seeing that they are following her. They're literally, they got different people, white women, black men, different kind of people, like old white women, and they trying to make contact with her, but I'm keeping them in front of me and I'm watching, everything. So I made the podcast telling y'all that now they're going to have to switch up. They're going to have to adjust. It's something major. They're going to have to switch up this whole situation, and they did, y'all. Wait till you hear how crazy this thing has switched ever since. So now I'm going out with her, like it's definitely like 2 weeks, and like over 2 weeks, because actually what they did was they end up taking her car. So her car ended up getting towed. You know what I'm saying? And and I'm out with her. I'm going everywhere with her. regardless of everything. I'm step by step making sure she's cool and everything. Now we got the altercation on camera of when they took her car. It's literally, I'm telling y'all right in the podcast, they're going to have to switch something up. They're going to have to do something differently, and they did. So they needed to get to her. Because that's how they going to do. First of all, they going to leverage her job over her. So even if she ever do something, they're going to definitely go after her finances and her job. And like you seen, her car, you know what I'm saying? It was like, come on, all of a sudden now that I step out of the house with her and I'm going to my children's school and everything, and they're doing little there to there. They're even coming up behind my back, making gestures behind my back in front of my children. So these people straight up be trying to humiliate her and just, different situations. So it's crazy. But and I guess they was trying to ultimately humiliate me. But once I detach whatever leverage they got over her, it's not going to be used against me. So it's a different game. But anyway, so the switch up was, now I'm telling you, her hose was gate wide open. And I know I was saying crazy stuff. When something like that happened to you, you'll be saying crazy stuff too. And if you experience what I experienced, a girl I gave damn near 2 decades to my life with, I know exactly how her womb is, and I know all about her insecurities, so I know what was happening, you know what I'm saying, and her womb was stretched out. When I started going out with her for over that couple weeks, it started tightening back up and everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything started tightening back up. So that showed me that not she was consistently having sex with somebody. And the reason I said I was tripping, because I'm like, I ain't gonna never go back to saying shit like females don't have babies and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But that's how bad they did. They really did do something crazy to her. They tried to turn her out, and that's what they did. They took control of her. They turned her out in some way. Now this was right around her birthday, but leading up to that, she was cheating heavily and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And when I would say something, she would get defensive and try to make it seem like I'm called the manipulation, try to make it seem like I'm causing a big deal or something like that. Now at this time, I think they're controlling her, the shit out of her. And I don't think she want to be controlled, but she's being forced. She's not able to talk. She's being completely silent when especially if I even bring up them. Certain times she's gaslighting and she's trying to put fear in me, do things to put fear in towards me. I'm noticing that the people, even next door neighbors at Nicholas' house, they're literally doing things to sabotage our property, make things unsafe for us, like turn that sprout while it was raining, as y'all gonna see in video, on her steps, and basically that can make her slip and our children. So what is she scared of? Why is she go from talking about these people? And that's what I'm saying. Why did she go from even talking about the white supremacists at MS Auto and all that? Would you go from talking about all these people to now you kind of covering up for them, or not trying to say nothing about them? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to get back to the story, the update, basically. So now, look, y'all. Now, at one point, when I start using condoms and protection with her because of how she was being violated and she's being controlled. Now this goes before I started really going out and everywhere with her and stuff like that. Now I started using condoms with her because I'm like, yo, she's unprotected and she's giving oral to these people. I could tell every day that she gave oral to these people and everything. She would try to use mints and stuff like that to cover it up, and she started using these nose rings this, and I'm guessing all of this stuff was used to get to me in some kind of way. Now they leveraging the fact that I love this girl and that I have a family with this girl over my head, and that I'm a protector of this girl. Like I told y'all at the beginning of the well, I didn't tell y'all yet, but I did just do a podcast where I exposed that at the beginning of this, I would literally go out there at all different times of the night and everything to let these people know, look, if you want to do something, do it to me, don't attack my family. So they kind of knew that I was very protective over her and my family, and that it really wasn't nothing else they could do to get to me. So they and I guess this is part of the little satanic humiliation stuff and all of that. What they do in these kind of cults and different stuff like that, is where as though they basically, and this is it really did start affecting me like this. That's what I'm saying. It started affecting with my cortisol and my nervous system, and causing all kind of issues. Not necessarily their tactics, but especially the betrayal. But anyway, let's get back to what I feel as though is betrayal. It could be that, or it could be completely just rape, from the just a strategic way to rape people, and assert authority and literally rape females, because it definitely do seem to be a lot that way. But and with fear, with them putting fear in people, they could make them literally do things. And with these white supremacists literally monitoring us in our house every step of the way. So anyway, let me get back to the story so I can really bring y'all in and let y'all know. So MS Auto and them scumbags, Feet Industries, and the people right in my vicinity, when they would see us chilling on our couch, we would be smoking. Again, they monitoring us, they listening to everything we saying, and this surveillance can tell the facial expressions we make and everything, even if it's not a camera that's looking at us in real time, which it most likely probably is. Different cameras set up in my house, but even if it's not, they radar equipment can it's sophisticated. It can literally see expressions on your face, frowns, everything. So they can see exactly what she's doing. And she was I caught her making gestures and stuff behind my back. It's crazy. So that's why I said it's like some kind of demonic possession. Are they making her do things to prove herself, and to probably use against her, you know what I'm saying, later, like if they want to, well, we gonna show them that she was doing this and doing that and all of these games. But anyway, let's get back to the story. So now I go out with her when they take her car and everything, you know what I'm saying, I'm going everywhere with her. I'm making sure she's safe, you know what I'm saying, going everywhere. She not going nowhere. So one day I fainted. Like I briefly fainted a little bit in the basement, and I had asked her, I'm like, can you check on me? It's early in the morning, it's still dark outside, it's like it's early in the morning or whatever. Oh, my bad, I had to make sure my phone was still on. Oh, you sucker. Alright, we still should be good though. Alright, so it's early in the morning. Hold up, man. Oh, we still good, we still rolling. So it's early in the morning, and we and I'm like, can you make sure, and it's dark as hell outside, and I'm like, can you make sure you check on me, because I just fainted in the basement or whatever. So just check on me every once in a while. Now mind you, I'm going with her everywhere to make sure she's safe, and it's dark as hell. It's early in the morning, and she basically wants to go she says she want to go to Wawa. So I'm like, yo, just wait, like it's early, I've been going everywhere with you. She like, I don't need no chaperone, this, that, and the third. I'm like, wow, son, like, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck I've been going through. I'm literally putting my body on the line, everything on the line, going out my way, making sure you safe. I don't need no chaperone. And so that's when I was like, oh, okay. So that's when I fell back from going everywhere with her. Now, as soon as I did that, her womb started going back to the same shit again. You know what I'm saying? So I start wearing protection and stuff like that, and and everything, because it seemed like either, and now they could have forced her to do this. Like, yo, you got to break free from, are we going to expose whatever we going to expose, or do whatever we threatening to do to you, or whatever the threat may be anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not speculating, but this is how you do have to think in that situation, especially when it's the mother of your children. And, you know, if she becomes compromised, she could compromise your children. You know what I'm saying? So that's my stance on that. So so y'all see me trying to be the, you know, biggest man I could be for my children and her in that situation. Put my pride, my ego, and everything to the side. So what happened was, now at this time, I'm smoking with her, we chilling, we bonding, everything. And up until that day, that's when stuff started, like, you know, because I'm like, fuck, you just don't give a fuck about me if you want to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then leave out of the house anyway and leave me in here, and like, I could be dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anything could have happened to me. And then don't even check on me after that. So so now all of a sudden, now I start using condoms, y'all. This girl started dropping so much weight, and she was very shaky once I started using condoms. Like she was afraid that she had something. This is how I'm, again, maybe I'm speculating, I don't know, but this is what I seen. She was shaky as hell, like literally shaking. I had to put my hand on her to comfort her, and stuff like that, and I would really have to fuck, and she would be like, she would say disrespectful shit sometimes, like, or just gaslighting stuff. So now in the shakiness, it could be that she was being forced to say that because this girl always respected me and knew better than her. Actually, her problem was being too silent. I used to have to speak to her and tell her, no, fucking speak. We need to, arguing every once in a while is healthy. You expressing yourself is healthy. Don't wait until we, you know, I say something to bring up, you know, stuff that, so that was our relationship. So now when you see her being bold, you definitely know she's being controlled. You know what I'm saying? When you see her just coming out, just saying anything to me, and like those couple times, you're gonna hear it. When you hear this, you know she's being controlled by these people. She never used to talk to me like that. Our problem was that she wouldn't speak up for herself. That's what I used to, you know, try to help her with and correct for these reasons. I don't want no, she's the mother of my children. I want her to defend herself and to know how to speak up for herself. I want her to teach this to my daughter, not to teach my daughter to just take stuff, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me just get back to the story. So now her womb is opening back up. Soon as I stopped going out with her, MS Auto is making a whole bunch of noise. You're gonna see the scumbags, but you're gonna see these predators. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see when the tow truck dude come, him point over at MS Auto, like, it's cameras over there. It's cameras everywhere. How you know it's cameras over there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're involved with these people. But we already know the business that they in. We already know the game. You know what I'm saying? We not stupid. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what he said. You point right over to the cameras. I can't make this up. I'm being cool. The whole situation, I'm not fighting over this situation, because this situation could have been avoided. I could have gave her the money for her car not to even be in that situation. But again, she wasn't, you know, it was little things where she wasn't being open and honest with me, and just, you know, letting me, you know about the situation. So anyway, that was that. So the car get taken. So now the condom end up, you know, condom end up popping, and we end up having raw sex again. Now she's now her attitude and her shakiness disappeared. It start disappearing, y'all. Like, I'm like, yo, that's kind of funny that you was just real scared and shook up when I'm protecting myself, and now that I'm not protecting myself, you you get scary. You're not as scary no more. So I made a podcast talking about, because it was going down that way. It was like she was trying to leverage sex against me in different ways and shit. Not withdrawing from sex. Like now we didn't get there yet, but like she was in certain ways. It was like no, she was overly sexual. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, is she doing this to kind of try to leverage this shit over me? Y'all gonna see the podcast and hear me talking about it. Now, right after this, y'all, she started doing stuff to provoke me. She started going out of the way. This is when I caught her on camera. And now that I'm close to her and I'm getting close to her, she's exposing herself. Not necessarily exposing herself. She's not going to be able to withstand the questions that I'm giving her. The questions that I'm giving her, I'm too close to her. So they gotta definitely make a decision. Now she's trying to create distance from me. She's trying to offend me in different ways to keep me away from her, to make me not feel like I want to be near her. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why I pulled out the camera when, she did what she did, and she came up there dumping out all my vitamins and my medication. You know what I'm saying? This is how I was able to do that. Now, at that time, prior to that, and the reason she lost control like that is because I stopped smoking with her. I did go back and leave her a little bit of weed, but I guess her pride was strong, and I guess, whatever, she was being controlled. But whatever the case may be, at that time, I felt like sexually they dominated her. They literally turned her out, and now she was turned against me, and she literally liked what they was doing to her. It seemed like she liked it. She was like smiling, laughing at me like it was cool, putting nose clips on her nose at certain times, and really trying to get to me. And it would get to me sometimes, to the point I'm like, all right, now I gotta disconnect my emotions and everything from her. But when that condom came off and when she switched up like that, I went to the ER. Like, that's how serious that was. And she moved out of the room. It's been like that for months now. Again, it's April 22nd. I haven't had sex with her. Like, I made attempts, not necessarily attempts to have sex. I just said something in that regard, how we normally talk, and she denied me and everything. And it just is what it is. And she's been living in the living room. She refused to take her clothes out of the drawer in the room that I'm in, because I asked her to, remove the clothes from the drawer that I'm in, if she in the living room, so I can have my private space. She tells me basically this is her house. She could do what she want, regardless of the fact that I did all the work in here. I contributed so much to this fucking place, and that it's not her house. This house is supposed to be our house, like she said. But it's just been a bunch of gaslighting, a bunch of, and a bunch of, trying to provoke me and antagonize me and stuff like that as of lately. But she has been living in the living room, as you can see. And like I said, she refused to take her stuff out of the room and give me my privacy. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at today. That scumbags is blocking me from bills through Predator Bill, MS Auto, and the rest of these scumbags is still blocking me from logging in and getting my medical records and seeing if I have anything. I have not been sexually active with nobody. First of all, nobody, period. You know what I'm saying? I haven't cheated on her. I've been completely just, chilling. Period. You know what I'm saying? This whole time. So, never, period. I've been chilling. You know what I mean? But, her, she has, she has been cheating, and that shit was going on for a while. I haven't really been monitoring her in the situation, so I don't know what she been doing as of lately. But last I checked, she was, and she was still, again, she moved, she made the decision to move in the living room. She forced all of that stuff. I did nothing to provoke it. Only thing I did was tell the truth about what was happening to me, and the games that was being played and the stuff that was going on, as y'all gonna see, and it's all the truth. So it is what it is. So this is the update. This is where we at. I'm being blocked constantly, as y'all gonna see. It's April 22nd. I just was screen recording again, showing y'all that they blocking me from receiving my text messages and logging into my getting my medical records. Now we gotta ask the question, why are they blocking me from getting my medical records? Because listen, because she was trying to pop condoms and, like, you know what I'm saying, and basically and get the condoms to come off. So if this comes out that she do have something and she gave me something, if she still have something, then that's attempted murder, man. You know what I'm saying? And if they control her and they forced her to do that, that's attempted murder from them. The motherfucker who did that and set that up, that's attempted murder. Now, even if I don't have something, now if I do have something, motherfucker, that's definitely attempted murder. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of the fact, that shit's attempted murder, son. Definitely if it's something that's life-threatening. You know, it could cause life harm. And in my situation, damn near anything can. You know what I'm saying? With my immune system being compromised like this, which I think came from these white supremacist scumbags too. You know what I'm saying? But so this is the case, man. This is the deal, and there's much more that I didn't expose because it's really just some sick shit going on around here. It ain't no excuses for this sick shit to be going on around here. I'm trying to be able to get. Right now I'm being sexually compromised and neglected because not only do they follow me around, as I'm going to expose, like, oh, I just did have a little relationship with a young lady. I'm going to release, actually, we about to do that right now. We're going to screen record and go through the actual, it was a week, y'all. This was literally a week. What they going to try to say? I'm crazy? What they going to say? Now, this girl got a business. This girl has her own. Now, we going to watch this conversation. Well, some of it, you know what I'm saying? How in a week can I build a bond with somebody like this, man? But listen, and it was an experiment. It was an experiment. It was a real experiment, though. I really was feeling this young lady. She could have been working for the program. It seems like they definitely did get to her. But even in that situation, she ain't gonna be able to do nothing either. You know, like y'all gonna see. It was a beautiful experience and situation, though. I do have other podcasts where I do speak on it. And I advise, it wasn't something I would do it again. I'm gonna do it again. So they be blocking me, though. They be they be getting from people I be trying to talk to. But no, I was celibate, period. I was not even self-pleasure or nothing for a while. You know, I was chilling for literally a month. I didn't even know it'd been this long. It's been a while, y'all. Like, literally, it's fucking been a while. I'm proud of myself in so many different ways. And for a while, I was completely like nothing. I'm not gonna lie. Like lately, I've been needing female companionship, but I damn sure refuse to put anybody's life on the line until I see if I'm, what's going on. I know I could protect myself and different shit like that, but I'd rather, wait till I get the results. And let me make this perfectly clear. I would never, ever cheat on her without protection. I wouldn't appear nobody. Like when I be in a relationship and I cheated, like I have cheated on in the past and on people in the past and stuff like that. I'm use a condom now. Like I'm not. That's fucking, son. That's disrespectful. And I'm not giving oral sex to nobody if I'm in a relationship with nobody. If I'm kissing somebody and I'm kissing my children too, I'm not fucking giving oral sex to no, like that's fucking crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So people just don't see how disrespectful shit be, like, or really care, or really think about nobody outside of themselves. But I mean, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Some people just, you know, like, you got a whole family. You can't do shit that you see on TV and you just see random people doing. First of all, these people is on TV. And even if you see that shit on TV, you should say, damn, you kiss your kids in the mouth with that same mouth? Or you kiss your husband after doing that, or your boy? That's disrespectful as shit. And females definitely be, oh, well, I don't want no man who, but you kissing them in the mouth, or you trying to kiss them in the, that's why I've been stopped kissing motherfuckers in the mouth. But you kiss them in the mouth right after you out here pleasuring another man. Like, or you kiss your children, like, after doing that, that's disgusting. Just to bring that up on that topic, real quick, that is disgusting. But, you know, I just see it as that way, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, until later, y'all, I'm out of here.